Kremlin complains of Scholz and Macron not contacting Putin at all lately.
Here's a summary of the article.
Dmitry Peskov, press secretary of the Russian president, has stated that Vladimir Putin remains open to negotiations about Ukraine, but neither German Chancellor Olaf Scholz nor French President Emmanuel Macron, with whom the Kremlin wants to be in touch, are contacting Russia at the moment at all. Quote from Peskov, "We have heard a lot of statements from Scholz and Macron, who said they would continue to speak with Putin in order to look for some ways out of the situation. However, there have been no initiatives recently." Details. Peskov has recalled that Macron declared his readiness to call Putin 5 or 6 times, but the Kremlin has not received any requests for such a conversation. Everybody has to know this. There were no requests or considerations of possible time frames for such a conversation, Peskov added. The Russian president's press secretary has said that Putin remains open to any contacts that will help Russia achieve its own goals through various means. In the middle of February 2023, Macron stated that he supported Russia's defeat in the war in Ukraine while also warning against an aspiration to destroy Moscow, which, according to Macron, would never be Paris' position. On the 26th of February 2023, Olaf Scholz criticized China's peace plan to settle Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as the document does not mention the withdrawal of the Russian army.
This post received a score of 37,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Putin, if you want to talk to me, you must first accept that the occupied areas are not to be negotiated. That's a precondition. Macron, Scholz, Putin, complains nobody is talking to him.
Judging by the positive reaction of people liberated from occupied areas, it would appear that they'd rather be part of Ukraine. Russia's stated reason for the liberation was that native Russian speakers were being treated very badly, so now they've had their chance to leave. No reason for the special military operation to continue.
This was always bullshit reasoning and excuses from them. It literally does not matter what they've said before.
Particularly when part of the plan was to artificially inject Russian speakers into the region to make up said reason.
More specifically, inject pro-Russia Russian speakers into the region. It's true that there are already lots of Russian speakers in Ukraine, including Zelensky himself. But the majority of them don't want Russia to annex territory.
But you're speaking English, that means us British have a natural right to invade your country to protect you from your tyrannical government. Whether you like it or not.
Russian public reasoning in nutshell.
I don't understand why my friends stopped liking my posts after I committed thousands of war crimes.
I also let my propagandists rant about nuking tier cities every night at primetime TV.
Then watch Putin post a meme that's captioned, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best."
Live, laugh, lob missiles into other countries.
Commit genocide like nobody's watching. Putin, influencer, man boss, judo champ, genocidal maniac, only looking for full annex men. Government overthrow, boys keep walking.
You missed. XKG bad bitch.
Rashabai.
Maybe because there is nothing to talk about. People have been trying the diplomatic route for a year now and they still keep going on about exterminating Ukraine and nuking the West. There is also the fact that making any kind of deals with Russia is dangerous. They never honor any of their agreements. I'm sure people remember how Russia opened fire on the civilian evacuation corridor they negotiated. And how Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons in the 90s because Russia signed an agreement to not attack Ukraine. Just to mention a few. Contacting Russia is honestly pointless.
And gradually, with sanctions on Russian oil, the West doesn't need Russia for trade. Russia doesn't understand that the West is based on 100% commitment to agreements. If you are a dictator who always delivers goods, the West would turn a blind eye on your crimes. But the moment you stop delivering gas, coal, nationalize the Western capital, nationalize planes, you are screwed. Forever. At this point is even worse than Soviet Union, because it honored its commitments.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.